Okay, this video is going to be more along the lines for intermediate to advanced users. Although these objects that we're about to undertake are not that difficult, in this video we're going to be covering a sphere and also newly founded security walls, security shutters as they're called, which is essentially a door that you can open and close. Very simple, but very cool. So first off, we're going to start with the sphere. They're not too hard to make. Just take a little time, a little practice. Although this isn't exactly the ideal sphere, it's a sphere nonetheless. So we'll start over here. And generally speaking, you can make a sphere out of just about anything, but for ease, we're going to make it out of fence pieces. Let's see. We'll do it out of these. Yeah, we'll do it out of these. These look cool. So basically, your first step, you're going to want to lay the first one down flat. Get it a little bit above the terrain so you can at least see what you're doing anyway. There we go. Now, all you gotta do is hold shift, drag it out, and then hold control and just rotate it up to your desired angle and pretty much put it where you want it. Now I'm going to give these spheres a little space just for fun, so I'll connect them at the end there. And the next step will be, I usually just go ahead and copy each piece afterwards. That way you can keep the same angle. It just makes things a little quicker, a little easier. You put her there. You just want to try and get yourself about the same angle that you had before. It's a little, maybe a little more. It's not too difficult, not too challenging. And like I said, these things do take a little bit of time, so you know, you're gonna definitely have to practice them before you get a good turnout. But you'll get the hang of it eventually. It's not too hard. Another thing you can do is when you have multiple items selected, remember that you can click on any one of those items to change your gizmo position, to make the turning and all that, all those functions a little bit easier, a little bit more. Now I've pretty much got most of it there, not the whole thing yet, but most of it. And you pretty much just do that until you get around to the top, which we will get done here in just a second. And maybe just two more. You just want to make sure you cover yourself the whole way. You don't want to have to come back and put in extras. Just a waste of time, really. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that we won't need that one. But basically, that's about what you do right there. Now, after you have this done, that's your basic structure of your sphere right there. And to make things easier, you can pretty much just estimate on this distance. But once you take your first one you place, the flat one, and just bring it up, copy it, and bring it up about halfway in between, best that you can. But make sure you don't move it off of that axis, because that is going to be your focal point to wrap all this around. Now you copy all of your objects. Make sure you have them copied, hit control, and you can start your sphere. As you can see, I'm going to give them a little bit of space. I just want a cool effect on this one, so after you get a couple made, just go ahead and copy them. And you can keep the way going there. And you can copy all those. And all I'm doing is holding control and rotating this on its vertical axis. Very simple, very easy to make. Even a beginner user can do this if you follow these steps. It's not hard to do. Oops. In that case, I grabbed the wrong angle there, and that's okay. We just hit Control Z to redo, and then we'll try it one more time. Now see, in this case, there's your basic outline of your sphere right there, but in this case we have a quarter section to do here, so all you really got to do is just get your couple of pieces you need. And you pretty much just continue on from there. Oops. Well, anyway, you guys get the basic idea of it. They're not that hard to create, and you can go in and touch them up afterwards, just so you don't get a million overlays. You don't necessarily need every one of these. As you can see, I can delete a couple, and you won't really see an effect until you start getting down to the bottom. But just take your time with it. Don't rush it, and you should be able to create a pretty weird looking structure, which should lead for some pretty cool maps. Now these security shutters, not very hard to make at all. The basic part about it is just leveling it all down, but you do have to have enough space to where they're going to fall properly. We're going to take a look at this real quick, and all you have to do is get yourself a wall or something to contain the barrels in from the right and left. And then, as you see here, you pretty much just set these barrels in kind of a track. You can use anything you want to. You can use walls, pillars, fences, whatever you need to use. And it should turn out okay. This is just a rough version, but as you can see, when you shoot them, they fall down. And then if you can create a obviously better version than what I've done here. It's very simple, but gets the purpose done. You can't travel through them, and it just takes some experimentation with that. It's not hard at all. It's really not complex. Just take your time, and it should turn out fine. The most important part is just getting your spacing right in between your barrels. Because if you get them a little too close, then the barrels are going to hang, and then it won't work either way. So just take your time with that. I'll just show you real quick how simple it is. This is all it is just some barrels floating in the air there, and it's real simple. So just give it a shot, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to post them here or on the website, and look forward to hearing from you.